Solo leveling animes is probably heading for disaster, and here's why. Solo leveling changed how novels and manhwas work forever. However, in 2014, when the novel just started, we still had no idea how successful it would be and the impact that it would have worldwide. But now, we will once more witness a significant step in solo leveling history. Finally, after a long wait, it was announced during the Anime Expo that solo leveling will receive an anime in 2023. The announcement presented vital information about the anime's production and how it will be adapted. But still, some pieces of information were missing or left for interpretation, which in itself is not a good sign. So let's take a look at this in more detail. Well, so far we don't know. There is no exact release date, except that it will premiere in 2023 and that the anime will air on Crunchyroll and other streaming platforms. That's quite some time until its launch. If you're scared for not seeing animation so far, don't worry, there's still plenty of time for the team to work on the anime. And we will have a lot of content coming out and presenting how the work is going. A1 Pictures will be the studio responsible for the anime. The studio is known for its work on Sword Art Online, Aldnoah Zero, and Blue Exorcist. Overall, it's a consistent animation team with some extraordinary work under the belt, and I sincerely hope that solo leveling will be added to this list. Among the main responsibles for the production we will have Shansuke Nagashiga, as the director, who so far is one of the riskiest names on the team. Although he has a long career in the anime market, passing through various positions in the industry, as a director, he's only had one past experience on Megami Ryo no Ryoboku, which is a pretty weak-ass ecchi anime. We also have Tomoko Shudo as the head of character design, who so far has only acted as a character designer in 2 OVAs, Alice in Borderlands and Frag Time. When we compare the designs made in Alice in Borderlands, it has a similar art style to Solo Leveling's manhwa, which is a good sign. The most renowned name on the team so far is Hiroyuki Sawano. He has worked as a composer on great animes like Attack on Titan, Blue Exorcist, and Kill la Kill. And finally we have Nobuto Kimura as the head writer. Nobuto has a long career, but unfortunately marked by several mediocre animes. But at the end of the day, it's not a big problem, as there is an original material that's easy to adapt. So just follow along it, right? Well, not quite. And this is where things get worse. Most fans will know Sung Jin-woo through the solo leveling manhwa. However, that's not the original material for his story. Before being illustrated by Raditz Studio, the manhwa was initially a web novel with the name Only I Level Up. Written by Chung-won, the novel gained massive popularity in South Korea before eventually getting translated and taking the world by storm. The series was then adapted in a really accurate manhwa that boosted the series' fame to an entire new level. So, which one of these is Studio A1 going to adapt into their anime? Well, neither of them. And this is where the most considerable risk of failure lies. The anime will instead be following Solo Leveling's Japanese light novel. Although the main plot will stay the same, there will still be several changes from what the Korean novels and manhwa readers expect. The first major difference is the character's name, something that can already be seen in the Japanese version of the trailer, where the name Sung Jin-woo was changed to Sha Mizushinu. The Japanese light novel makes several other changes like the art styles based on manga influences. But what has a real potential to wreck the anime is the profound changes made to the plot. What makes Solo Leveling unique is the Korean spice. Sung Jin-woo and many other manhwa MCs behave utterly different from the pattern that we find in manga and anime, making its manhwa so enjoyable. And if you hope that the plot won't be changed, you can already count that it will happen. The anime setting will be in Japan instead of Korean, which has a considerable impact as multiple locations are linked to the story. A good example is the Jeju Island arc. However, this has another different issue with the production being held in Japan. This arc is seen by some Japanese as an anti-Japan arc. Naturally, this has raised the question of what will be kept from the original plot. However, a notable change that we already know is that since the anime will be set in Japan, Who will be the villains during the Jeju saga? When analyzing all this information, it is clear that we have several red flags. But there is still hope for the project. What other Korean animes did to avoid the problem of adapting the plot to Japan was usually creating two different materials. One focused on the Japanese audience and the other focused internationally. This would be the best solution to prevent the anime from going head to head with disaster. And I sincerely hope that I'm wrong and that in the coming months, with some more content being presented, my opinion changes. But now I'd like to hear from you. What do you think about the anime's production? And what do you hope they keep or change in the story? And for more content about anime, manga and manhwa, click on the subscribe button and see ya weebs!